Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. We are ready to start our next corporate update. Today is a Saturday, the 28th of November. Andreas Christensen is on his way, the founder of SuperOne. He's going to be here with us. This is going to be a shorter update. We've got a lot going on, a lot of things that will be released over the next few days, and then in the whole month of December. We're nearly in December, everybody. So the rollout of the gaming platform is about to start. I've got my co-host here with me. Adam Ahmed is with us. I know that we still have quite a lot of people that who are on their way to join the call. So we're going to wait a couple of minutes before we're going to start the call before Andreas is here with us.
Absolutely. A lot of exciting things happening in SuperOne right now, Arthur. Exciting times. I mean, I've seen a lot of people who went and joined something else simply because the grass always looks greener on the other side, and they're coming back, they're engaging with me, they're phoning because they can see things are happening. They can see that, you know, this is a company that's going to be around for a long time, and it's a project which I've started, and thousands of other people around the world have started to, you know, get many payments coming into, you know, the phone keeps pinging. I've created a post today just because I find it so funny that, you know, I call it be part of the pinging happy club. You know, this is what it really is, because when that phone keeps pinging, people keep earning money. There's nothing like it on the planet. You know, there's nothing like the feeling that, you know, you've done the job once, you found some good people, you've helped them become part of this business, and whenever they go out and they build a business or people join because of them, you know, your phone is pinging throughout the day. It's just an amazing feeling. And like I said, I know many on the call also are experiencing this amazing platform that's been created, which is rewarding people sometimes hundreds of times a day. So yeah, very exciting things are happening. The community is moving forward. We've got new leaders coming on board. There's a lot of excitement happening, and we're looking forward to obviously taking that excitement into 2021. I can see Andres has joined us. Andres, welcome to the call. We're looking forward to you.
Hi, how are you doing? How are you doing, Adam?
We're doing great, Andres. We're doing great. Thank you so much for asking. So yeah, so exciting times, Andres. There's a lot of new people coming on board. There's the community is growing, and we'll go straight over to you for today's update.
Yeah, thank you, Arthur. Thank you, Adam. We're gonna have a very short call today. It's only me gonna be here. We're gonna run it without any presentation because we are so busy with what we're gonna launch next week. There are tons of things coming to the market next week, finally, and I want to start by today's deployment. Today we have deployed the dynamic binary key. That's been a very big task for us, and it will improve the binary payments significantly as we move forward. We are monitoring every transaction now to adjust the key, and it's a very big deployment we did. So that's live today. We are holding back the super pool and the mini wallet because we are tuning it a little bit. We have it ready, we have it tested, but we have throughout our, past week seen some improvements, not to the functionality, but to the wallet composition, how we do it and how we present it in the wallet. So that will come, it's ready, but just need a little bit tuning. What we have now upcoming, it's an exciting week. We had a meeting this morning actually, and we had yesterday from the management team here about the affiliate plan, and we confirmed that we are doing some really exciting improvements that will go live. It will start on Tuesday, December 1st. We are doing a really cool promotion for December. I'm not going to reveal the details today because now we're gonna make it happen before we tell about it. But it's binary related. It's related to your performance. So the more people you bring in, the better it is. You are not losing out by doing things today. It's very important that you, I'll just say, build your team like always. We are doing in the upcoming month of December, our focus will be on the consumption of credits and that you start earning on your tokens. So there are some material new releases coming. And like everyone is asking, when is the game? We are now starting the ramp up towards the release of the game. First up will be, like I described before, a way to bring in people, to bring in players, potential players, and start creating the momentum. And that's what we are tuning out now. So you can start consuming your credits and bring in people, and you will have more members or players start buying into this and start buying credits and get the whole credit economy rolling. Connected to that, there will be, as we move forward, a price bump in the credits. Definitely, it will be a price bump because now we are at a very high discount, like everyone know. So the more credits you get now, the more you can, how should I say, purchase power you have once we start that now shortly. The same applies to the tokens. They are running now at a certain price. Like I explained last week, we have created our private blockchain, and the tokens will have a material function within that blockchain, and they will be rewarded. That reward will be paid in XRP, so it will be paid in hard currency. So there is no inflation of that tokens. It's going to be a very solid tokenomics scheme coming, and you will start earning on your tokens already upcoming month. So that's a great new how should I say, addition to our business model. We're not going to wait until the game start. We're going to start rolling that out in December. So those are the 3 main points or 4 main points we have just to explain a little bit today. We can discuss it with Arthur and Adam also, but what we have released now today is the dynamic key for the binary. We also released the security update on CAPTCHA. We have been working quite a lot on security in the background on the platform, securing in different directions. It's not about the server security, it's more about the user, how to say, the user security, that some people choose easy password and stuff like that. So we are adding 2-factor authentication. It's work in progress and will be released very shortly. We have the pool and the mini wallets coming together with presentations and everything. And then the 3 new focus things will be the affiliate improvement related to some commissions and relate to the binary. It's coming now shortly. And we have the credits, consumption of credits, and the improvement of the tokenomics. So you will start earning money. Those 3 things rolling out next month. It's a very exciting month for us, and we're gonna make it a real upbeat for what we're doing. We have been through an extremely how should I say, exciting and challenging and also depressive for many weeks in terms of the immediate uptake we saw Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and the volatility in the crypto market, and everything that goes up tends to come down. We have anchored our platform into USDC at the moment, and probably many people frustrated, many people happy. It will always be that. That's been work in progress for 3-4 weeks for us. So it was a lot of work that was come to an end, maybe in the a little bit unfortunate moment, but at the same time, we are working within the US dollar regime, and that's where we want to work. We don't want to be exposed too much to the fluctuations in the market because it kind of imposes short-term thinking. We are not here for very short-term. The market is just getting stronger and stronger, and we are really looking forward to start releasing the game features. Like we have described before, it will happen in about 3 phases before we open the main game. It will be about player recruitment first to get excitement. It will be something related to consumption of credits, also related to nuggets and positioning into the game. It will be some mini games and leaderboards and stuff before we roll into the main game. So this is a process, ongoing process. At the same time, we need to deliver on the affiliate platform, which we are doing. Like we said last time, we have done tons of stuff for corrections. We are rolling out new features. There are also marketing features coming. So I don't want to go into too much details now, because I believe what we should release now will be accompanied by presentations, by white paper, by detailed descriptions, so everyone understands how it's working. I know there has been some misunderstandings from what we have said in these webinars. Maybe we haven't been good enough in providing this information, and we just can only do one thing: look forward and be better. So we are looking forward. We are still in a very challenging moment all over the world, with COVID-19 being more aggressive than ever, which puts some limits on our ability to, let's say, travel and do things that we are normally do. However, we as an organization, we are running more or less as a normal business. Of course, we will have certain challenges of using, in example, travel as prices and stuff like that. But from that, having said that, we are running quite smoothly with our development teams, and everything is business as usual. That's good. So we are working very hard every day to fix this. The game team doing very great advances on the whole composition there, and very cool stuff coming. So I think I'm going to leave it there. But like always, we say we move into a very exciting month and a very exciting week. Tuesday, December 1st, we will start roll out some of the features, and they are all designed to just be better for you and for all of you that have become stakeholders, whether you have recruited many people or you have bought into our tokens and credits. It's all there as toolbox to grow this community. And what we are efficiently creating is a value network. So what we can say is that you're all familiar with the social network like Facebook, and you also know that being on Facebook and even bringing in and being active in Facebook, it doesn't bring you any rewards in the financial sense. It gives you credibility among your friends, etc., and you can do a lot of good stuff. Facebook is a fantastic tool and become 2.5 million users, but it doesn't distribute any value. So what we are coming up with on top of our private blockchain that I talked about last week, we are coming up with a value network that consists of multiple stakeholders. It's you as the great members and affiliates that starts off everything as the what we have labeled the Genesis affiliates. Then we have the influencers. Let's say you are an influencer. It could be everyday influencer, like you are good within your folks or within your circles. You are very good in geography or in football, and you will bring in your immediate, or you can be a superstar. Like I always use the example of Ronaldo. It's not likely he's going to be here immediately, but anyway, let's dream. He comes in, he will have an influence on all the people or on many people on the platform. And in order to reward him, we are creating this network. The new blockchain is created with multi-dimension rewards coming up. So to give you a little bit insight there, we have the influencer, we have the affiliate, we have the influencer, we have the contributor, which might be the picture agency like Getty Images, or it might be the people who actually create the questions. Most of them are employed by the company, but some will also do this on a freelance basis. And then we have the fourth stakeholder, which are the token holders. The token holders are, of course, all those of you who are holding the SuperOne token, and these are the only passive component of our new ecosystem. So a lot of our creation over the past months have been to create this multi-dimensional rewarding ecosystem. I'm not going to use too many mumbo jumbo words on this because it is very natural, but it's very important for us that this these are the functions we need to support and grow the game to really become big. Because we are not kind of releasing this game and then say, oh, we have an affiliate network and we're going to rely on only them. We are not doing that. We are releasing this on top of a complete ecosystem. So you have the affiliates, which brings us to the very starting point. That's very good. We have the influencers that will come in and bring us further. We have the contributors that's kind of par with the affiliates and bring us to a certain point, and then we utilize their expertise and to grow. And then we have the token holders also investing in it very early and will be rewarded for endless time to come. So there are multiple stakeholders into this ecosystem, and this multi-dimensional ecosystem is what we have now concluded to the perfection. And it's a really exciting stuff, a little bit too exciting, because the world is still there, and we see, I mean, the demand is still there. The world is always there, but the demand is there, and we see the usability of what we are presenting now. It's a kind of chapter 2, 3, and 4 in a book coming nicely together after chapter 1 or together with chapter 1. So that's why we do I will say modification to the affiliate platform. It's always to adjust to what we come next. And so that's work coming out of our work with fantasy, coming our work with new marketing guys on the platform, and our own thinking and creation, and work together with our blockchain team that created the new blockchain platform. All this comes nicely together now in a complete ecosystem. And this has been our strategy from day one, but of course it's been a long and bumpy road to get there, and that's the nature of being into, how should I say, entrepreneurial activity, innovation, and move stuff forward. And please believe me when I say what we do now has never been done in the world before. So it's a little bit moving. And we have secured everything from a legal point, from a technology point, from a financial point. So I'm very happy that when we roll this out, it will look easy, but it's been a lot of creation, a lot of thinking, a lot of development, a lot of frustration to get there. And that's what we got to be our platform into the next year. We are now in rolling into the last month of the year, and the next year are going to be really, really good for us. So the better you position yourself now over the next few weeks, is going to be in your Genesis community. We have our founder program more or less filled and terminated, and now we're moving really, really fast into the next phase of the Genesis community, and we're going to start releasing consuming services, like you can consume your credits and you can start using your credits, and you can use them into smart things like building and enhancing your player network, get tons of people in here, get hundreds of thousands or even millions of people to register for the game even before we open the game. So that's what we deal with. And of course, at the same time, we need to caretake the previous stakeholders like yourself based on your tokens. So we are rolling out our new tokenomic plan next week, and that will be very exciting. It's taking care of everyone. So the more tokens you have, the better you're off, and it will start getting grips into that. So I think I concluded there. I said a lot. I didn't support it with the presentation today because we've been very, very busy, and I didn't want to actually. I didn't have time, to be honest. And we're rolling into next week with great excitement, a lot of new stuff coming. So that's all for now. And Adam, Arthur, any questions?
Good, just covered the chat, so there is nothing else. Yeah, Moira was asking about the use case of credits. I've just explained that we are expanding them way beyond just us being able to use these credits to play games where we can win prizes, and that's something exactly that we want to introduce, as you said several times on this call.
Yeah, most of you have got these credits as a 90% discount until now. Okay, we need to change that. Okay, if we're gonna make money in this company, we need to rise the prices towards what is 100%. We cannot operate with Black Friday every day.
Black Friday is over, right?
Black Friday is over now, so I can tell you already shortly. I'm not gonna say when, but it's very shortly. We're gonna start rising the prices of those credits and tokens significantly. There is no point keeping him there. We have been very, very kind keeping them there. So having said that, we want you to start consuming your credits, and we want you to consume the credits in a good way for you. We are not here to just have you to consume it on XYZ. We want you to consume it in something that will bring more business to the platform, because that benefits the company, it benefits you, it benefits all of us. And that's what we're creating. We are creating marketing pools and funnels, engagement, and a lot of this stuff that you can take care of. You can take part of. You can be part of this instead of doing all the heavy lifting yourself. You can join different teams that will do that marketing. So that's coming. We talked about it before. Repeat it again. Credits will be used to grow the initial player base, and that's what we need. We need to grow the initial and potential player base, and then you will probably wonder, oh, how can I grow player base without a game? And that's what we're dealing with. How you bring people in, getting ready, and we are launching something. Probably a launch has not been done like this before, or it has been done. If you look into, in example, Kickstarter, you go to kickstarter.com, you see tons of games that's being kind of having kind of pre-sale or pre-momentum coming, with people buying in on the game, and then it's releasing after a while. So there is nothing really new to this. It's just about how we move now. We're going to provide you with clear visibility on how this is being consumed, how you see the reality, and how this is coming together. The same applies to the tokens. We, like I described last week, we have already created our private blockchain. We have a test up and running with transactions. We're going to start releasing that, and you will have a browser so you can actually look at it, and a browser address. And that's how we prove what we do. And that's how we move forward. We do it for real, and that's good. It's not about talking, it's about doing it. And that's the hard way in this world. Walk the talk. That's always challenging, and I believe we're doing it. And that's why we keep moving. That's why we keep growing. We are more than 29,000 people came in now, and they have more than 45,000 accounts, and it's growing every day. So even a couple of more countries added since last week, and we are right, left, and center in the world now. We are into many of the countries, and only a few missing. So I actually got a list of the missing ones, and we're going to hunt down people. It's easier to get a list of the missing countries than the countries we're in. So we're going to have a little bit of treasure hunt in these missing countries coming up. But it's all good. This week was a little bit different week in the whole crypto industry. I must admit that Sunday, Monday, Tuesday were pretty exhaustive for us. We try to be as much as possible in the stable coin, but we did very good on behalf of the whole platform. We did very good in the very beginning of this week. I'm not going to say more, but we have secured a lot of our positions and everything. So there are good things coming now. So as always, keep up the good work.
Andreas, could you, I mean, there are many new leaders and new members on this call right now. And obviously most of them know about fantasy and how, delighted we are to have fantasy on board working with us with the development of the game. Do you want to perhaps share a bit more with them about fantasy's thoughts on the concept, the game, and because obviously they've worked with many billion-dollar brands and they've seen the potential of certain projects.
In short, fantasy is one of the leading user experience design companies in the world, headquartered from San Francisco, and they have created apps that are being used by more than 3 billion people all over the world. One of their most famous creations are the Tesla app, the new Facebook design. They work with all the big names in the industry. They also have rooted in the gaming industry. And when we started working with them, they saw clearly the void space that we are addressing in the market, and that void space is within the trivia segment, which is about 25% of the gaming industry, and even more. And we did detailed analytics analysis of the top apps within the app stores. In the trivia segment, we saw how their offering were, okay, and we kind of concluded together with Fantasy, and this I have seen for a long time, you know, but Fantasy came on board, and their founder said to me, wow, Andreas, this is a huge untapped market. Why don't we just nail it? Because the void space is so clear, we can do 10 times better than the top brands here. This is interesting. And when you add the fanatical parameter or fanatical dimension to it, how we angle our games towards sports, in example, I always use football because it's the world's biggest sport. Once you kind of angle it towards football, you find some craziness that meets some commercial interest that's really good. So what we have developed further with Fantasy is a game that is truly unique in the world. So it is binary. Will it succeed or will it fail? That's always exciting. We don't know before we are there, because when we release it, we're going to have a huge momentum, okay? So you have to look on the possibility of succeeding, okay? We are entering a very, very potent market with huge opportunity. We do our tech side, and that will be all tested working, and Fantasy work on the whole user experience that ranges from looking into the market, looking into the tech, what we can do together, and do it as usable as possible. And that's the biggest failure I have done in the past, is to create too much things into one little small tiny phone. And that's the biggest challenge many products have, because they create too many features, so you don't get the core features. And needless to say, Fantasy is also the main design partner of Match Group, which owns Tinder. So they have great insight without sharing the detail with us. They have great insight in how users are swiping, how things are really happening in the background. And I can reveal that we have invented some really cool tactics in the game that will be a core. Everybody know we have a swiping game. There are some other tactics coming that, I said it before, will increase the revenue in this game by 50%. It's very small finger movements on microtransactions that Fantasy came up with. And also Stian and me, we had a little bit of session on top of Fantasy, and we also actually contributed to that 50% pretty well. So I believe we have a very, very strong, first of all, commercial game conceptual game when we get to open it. And we also have a strong technology background. Like you don't know, but Philip and his development team, we had 3 developers been working on the game for a long time. It's not only the game, but it is the supporting functions of the game. It's all the content. We have a complete new content base, how we operate the content and how we measure the content. It is also the nuggets, which is part of the extension of the content base, how we can have limited versions, how we can do all these things with the nuggets. That's part of the game. So all this is ready and tested and working well. We're moving forward now with all the further core and core things, including security, which is a material part of my discussions with the 2 top engineers we have on the gaming side, has been on security. We're going to protect the way we have done it before. We sent all the pictures to the handset, and then we had a direct link with the answers. And that was creating some latency that we are avoiding now. So we are coming up with a new security protocol for how we communicate, how we bundle things. There is a lot of people that spend more effort on cheating in the gaming industry than actually winning for real. So we have also done in-depth analytics of skills.com. They are listing now with a reverse merger on Nasdaq at a $3.5 billion valuation. They have revealed new statistics now, and the people in their user base, they have tremendous amount of users. They are spending 62 minutes a day on the skill platform. That's the closest we can get to a competition. They are doing more other types of skill-based game than what we do, but more than an hour a day. That's double the average in the industry.
They spend more time playing these games. I read up on this as well.
Yeah,
playing these
in the
games than they
gaming
spend on
industry,
Netflix.
in the gaming industry, the average conversion from free to pay is about 2%. Skills have 10%. Some of their genres are even converting up to 30 to 40%. They have a huge, normally games are like 80, 90% male-based. Their average distribution is 50-50, male-women. So, yes, we are into a very, very sexy hotspot. So what we do, we design our features to be very, very sharp into that. We know exactly what to put on the hook into that sharky water to get people getting in. And of course, we rely on the solidity of fantasy, and they enjoy working with us as a little bit crazy Vikings coming from with this concept, and we keep pushing and pushing and pushing. And when we mix this with our blockchain, that is my part a lot. And if you look on what happened in the blockchain technology now, you're looking far and beyond. I've been in this industry for nearly 4 years now in the blockchain. And basically, if you look on 2017, it was the breakthrough. It was everybody knew that was the second wave. The first wave was maybe even back to 2015. And I was not part of it then. And I really don't understand why I didn't put $10,000 into Bitcoin in 2015. And yeah, I really don't understand why I didn't do, because I was there in the tech space but didn't care, okay? And I can regret that today. Then we had the second wave came in 2017 with all the ICOs and the Bitcoin dipping close to 20,000, like we saw this week. And then it was a lot of kind of speculation. It's still a lot of speculation. But now, 3 years later, we look on use cases. We look on the biggest banks in the world using Ripple, like I said last week. You can look, just Google world banks into Ripple, and you're looking into real use cases of blockchain, which is way beyond what we saw in 2017. Many of the ICOs in 2017 were like, we're going to create a decentralized society and everybody going to be very happy. It doesn't happen because the user friendliness is not there. So what we do now, what we work with, we even failed in what we did there at that time. Not failed, but we kind of learned a lesson. And what we do now, we take the user friendliness as the first thing. It's been my mantra since we started this, that the usability should be simple. That means we need to crack some eggs to make omelette, okay? We need to do things differently. So what we do now, we create this user layer, the game in the App Store. Okay, that's cool. It's easy to do. Everybody can do it. We can get great distribution. We crack those eggs and we bring them down to the technology level, which in our case now will be blockchain. But there is no one, hardly anyone, in the retail space that are consumers that really care about the underlying technology. But what we can do with our private blockchain is not only about rewarding affiliates, because it is about creating transparency and credibility in terms of, let's say, brands coming onto the platform. If you have a marketing, you need to be able to show the statistics. Okay, you can rely on statistics, but now we can give them immutable insight. That means that we cannot tamper with the records. So if we showed a BMW ad 2 weeks ago 1 million times, it is there. It's on the blockchain. We cannot change it. So once they track it and let's say we have auditors like Deloitte saying, yes, it's there, they can just keep tracking it and they will pay for it. So we are coming with something that was dreamed about 3 years ago. Now it's coming for real, with real transactions in a super fast private blockchain or permission blockchain. And then we move this further because yes, you as affiliates will be rewarded and all that will also be on blockchain. There is another element to it, which is very, very tricky to resolve. And that's the GDPR. That's the privacy rules that came into European Union in May 2018. And there are tons of violations of the GDPR rules in the world, tons of violations. And it is a little bit tricky because you can keep all the data of a person, but at a certain point, the person can ask for you to delete all that data. And when you operate on a blockchain, deleting is not a question. Deleting doesn't work. You can't delete on a blockchain. You can just move forward on a blockchain. So it's contradictory to the whole structure of blockchain. So what we have done, we have resolved it in a very beautiful way. So we have your personality there, and we have all your data here, and there is a link between it, but that link we can burn. Okay, that's a very hash thing we can do, and we created all this in our blockchain. So our blockchain, we haven't designed it for a year of operation. We have designed it for decades forward, decades. So it's there. It's going to be there. It's going to be a solid operating environment. And those of you who've been with us a while have seen that we have added, or in the original plans, we had a little bit more than a game. Okay, we had like payment services, a lot of different things. And we still have that in mind. It's even more relevant as we move forward. But first of all, we're going to prevail with the game, because game is the main catalyst. So it's about strategically sharpening the edge and focus. Like I always said to our friends in Africa here, look at the lion when it's hunting. It's focused. It's one. And that's what we're running for. And we are running with a rifle shot for the biggest elephant out there in the gaming market. So that's great, and it's going to be really good. And of course, it's a tons of work, and we do tons of things we believe in, and we keep pushing. And there is tons of adjustments all the way. We don't. I think it's 250 adjustments to the affiliate platform over the past 3 months. And it could be big things, small things, some things we even do that we don't like ourselves 2 weeks later, because we do things because we believe it's the right thing there and then you see it's in, okay, this was not a great idea. We were in a dark corner already. So it's just like moving incrementally all the way forward. So next week, we are coming back. We're doing things on the affiliate platform, usage of credits, getting money into your tokens. That's beautiful, because many people ask about that. We forgot about the tokens. It's been our little stepchild for a while. Now it's time to revisit the token, see how it's gonna start at least showcasing you that this is the business model, and it start dripping into your tokens. It starts, and then you can imagine what's going to happen when the millions of players come into play. It's not going to be a drip, it's going to be a flow, and hopefully an overflow. And that's what we are all here about, creating a successful company. And we are not creating a unicorn. I'm going away from creating $1 billion company, because I have new goals. It's about creating a dragon. And a dragon, you can Google it. A dragon startup is something that passes $10 billion in value and return hundreds of percent to its investors in dividend, in payback. Creating a unicorn, we say it's easy because that's just $1 billion valuation. Creating a dragon, that's the difficult thing. There is only 1 or 2 dragons among every unicorn. So that's all for today.
Thank you, Andreas.